Perfect. Pump it up. Retro God back. And on today's episode, man, we're taking a look at a real retro. I'm going back to my roots. The Reebok Omni Zone 2 pump, the D Brown joints. First man to dab on them. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You already know what it is. Let's get into it. All right, YouTube family. I wanted these shoes for so long when I was in the 90s. These are the D Browns, man. These are the no-look joints. Synthetic leather upper, for the most part, on most of the shoe. But as you guys can tell, we have some decent branding. Now, what's all this stuff made of? I seen this in the picture, and even I wanted to get it up close to figure out what the heck it is. It's one piece of plastic on the midsole that's basically acting as a eyelet. It's been spray painted over in two separate sections. One part's white, one part's black. A lot of you guys probably remember these from the 1991 dunk off where D Brown just came with that no look, won the whole stadium over, and he basically took the 1991 dunk off competition by storm, man. And these been a grail ever since. Anytime you think of the Reebok pumps, you think of D Brown, or at least you should. When you get up close, the paint job is not amazing. I mean, you can see parts of the white bleeding into the black. It gives me kind of like a cheaper feel, to tell you the truth. Even my girlfriend was commenting that there's like specks of dust and there's imperfections. It looks like they produce these in like a dirty factory, or maybe the plastic had some defects in them. Yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. When it comes to those pieces, it kind of gives me a little bit of a cheaper feel. Now, when you're looking at these from far away, you don't really notice it as much, but when you get up close to the shoe, I mean, that paint job's a little bit subpar. They did an okay job on the stitching. It's not super clean. You can see some threads coming off there, but I mean, I do like this piece. It does kind of bring the color blocking together. You know, there's like random fabrics and stuff, although the textiles are interesting when we get to the top of the shoe, and we'll get to that in a minute. When you're talking about a retro, this is a real retro, dog. Now, we've seen multiple colorways of this release since, but this is the original. I mean, this is the original colorway that was used in the dunk competition. So when you're talking about real retros, this is the one. These pretty much also sold out immediately in stores. I was surprised. I thought they were gonna sit, but apparently not. We got a bunch of old heads that want these and ripped them off the shelf soon as they went up. Now, the way this leather feels, let's give it the booty squeeze test. Now, I mean, that's not too bad, man. That's like medium grade booty. That's medium grade. It's not amazing leather, but it's not like really shitty leather. It has some plush, characteristics. I feel like it's a shoe that's gonna do better once it is and has been worn in a little bit. So it's kind of like unsightly. When I gotta get a shoe and kind of start trimming it myself, and I gotta like fix the paint and stuff like that, it's like, I don't want to have to do work when I get these shoes, man. I just want to get it and done. Kind of like a ballistic mesh that runs underneath the synthetic leather there, and that's okay. It's good for breathability and helps the shoe to have some different panels and a different look. As usual, you can't get too picky on the build quality and the materials, because for the most part, we already know what it is with these 90s retros. They ain't gonna give you the same leather. They ain't gonna never give you the same leather they gave you before. It's just, and if they do, you got extremely lucky, because you know what they do with these. They skimp out on the materials and they make them, not the same. Now, where did the original Hexalite go? I don't know. Don't ask me, but I wish they'll put it back in the shoe. A rubber outsole. I mean, this is probably just straight up poly. The paint job's a little bit weird. I can see like there's not like the finish on that matting. The gloss on that has been a little bit weird and stuff like that. Like, there's just weird imperfections that are going on with the shoe that I'm not too happy about. Your toe box has a lot of perforation in it, and that's gonna be good to help your foot from getting stank and disgusting. You can see here that the cuts of leather are pretty thick. Now, the thing is, I don't know how to describe it. It's like half plush, half not plush. Like, it's still a thick cut of leather, so it's not super squishy, but I mean, it's better than nothing. I've seen worse cuts of leather, to tell you the truth. This toe box is very reminiscent of like an Air Force One or something like that. But I mean, you can see how the mudguard creeps up pretty high, and I don't even care what anybody says. I do like to see the cut of leather. I do like to see what kind of leather that is. Was D Brown the first man to invent the dab? He might have been. He might have been the first man to dab. Let's talk about this cuff section, and this is the part where I feel like the shoe gets interesting. It's very nice texture on there. It's like something like one of your favorite sweaters. Now that feels really nice, and that's going to wear in really nice as well. You have this white kind of ballistic meshy overlay that does add some sort of pop to it, and I do like the way that looks. It looks pretty cool, man. But other than that, it's like this interior tongue is where all the action starts. Now obviously these are pumps, and we want to know, do these things work? So in the on foot, I'm definitely gonna make sure my girlfriend tries these on, and she has the right size because these are size 9, so she's gonna have to, you know, she's gonna have to test them out, man. D Brown was drafted in 1990 and he played till 2002, so he had a pretty like lengthy career, you know what I mean? Reebok branding here on the stitched tongue, and you have this basketball in orange with the pump. You have these 2 exhaust ports here, and basically when you're squeezing them, you basically cover those up, and those help to pump the shoe up. That's made of like a tough rubber plastic or whatever, so that thing is gonna probably be there for a while until the shoe gets old. But I kind of like this thing, man. It's pretty dope. This is the release valve here, and that's to release the pressure of the bladder bags that run throughout the shoe, and that's what helps it to give it that custom fit that they claim that the shoes have. You basically pump them joints up and they get tighter and tighter and tighter, but I warn you, don't over pump them because they will pop. If they get, you know, too pumped up, you can release a little bit of pressure and you can really kind of get a customized fit. At least that's what they claim they do. Technically, you could call these the no look pumps, you know what I'm saying? The originals. I'm going to try to show you guys what these bladders look like, if I can find a picture online, and if there is, I'll post it up right now. And basically there's a bladder system that runs throughout the shoe, and basically what that does is it increases the PSI when you squeeze these joints. You got to cover up the holes. What that does is it pumps air into these bladders. The bladders expand, and that's basically what gives you that custom pump fit. Now obviously right here, this upper part is made in rubber, and you have the exhaust piece right there, and I'm poking it out. You can see it's a valve that releases the pressure. Don't lie, I mean, if any of you guys have ever had this shoe, you know what I'm saying, you definitely pumped your joints up before you hit the ball court, because you felt nice. You felt like it made you, you know, made you better, or gave you some sort of superpowers, or maybe you just got crossed and you're like, yo, hold on, I didn't have my joints pumped up. The upper part of the tongue is made in all plastic basically, and the bottom part right here has some sort of synthetic leather with your basketball branding. Pretty much the most interesting part about the shoe to me. Today's a special day. It's my girlfriend's birthday, so happy birthday, Alessia. I love you so much. I'm not gonna tell you her age because she'll kill me and everything. I'm about to guess. I'm scared because I gotta give her sugar in like 20 minutes. Now I will say this outsole is pretty cool, man. Like they did a great job on this color blocking, and I mean, it's just a great design overall. You lift up your foot and somebody's gonna like notice these shoes. Hexalite branding on the back heel. I mean, if you had some pumps on you when they first came out, like these was as prolific as Jordans, these was prolific as any kind of kamikazes or whatever, what have you. These were dope. I 100% wanted these. Like I was begging my moms. They retail for $220 Canadian after tax, so I mean, it is still a hefty penny. You have to really make sure you want them. Fit. Now I'm gonna suggest that we go true to size, and yeah, this tongue really wraps around your foot. You have the sizing here. These are a size 9 because this is the only shoe that was available at the Foot Locker where I'm from. So yeah, man, basic rundown. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think. Did you cop? Did you miss out? I remember begging my parents to get me a pair of these. There was no way. I think I finally got a pair of pumps, and by then they were bootlegged by every other brand, so I got some sort of like offhand pump, and the shit like broke after a first day or whatever. It wasn't real pumps. They wasn't real pumps, but I got them today. All right, let's take a look at this box, because finally we got something a little different here. We got the Reebok, the pump with the custom fit. It says, pump it up, all in big letters on the front, and you know, you got your Reebok branding on the side. Pump Omni Zone 2 men's basketball, size 9 US. That's the colorway. I don't even know what the heck that is, but that's black and white and orange, if I'm not mistaken. I like the way they did this box, man. It's a little bit different, and it opens up like this. We're talking about a real 90s retro. These are phenomenal, dog. Like, you can't go wrong with these. Keep these clean, wipe them down, spray them down. You know what I'm saying? I was a baby when these shoes came out, man. I don't even know who D Brown was. Do you guys remember these from the 90s? Do you wish that you had them and you wish they released? Make sure you get them before they get too expensive. Romeo the Retro got back with another one. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of these baddies, man. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get these hoes on foot and I'm gonna squeeze the shit out of these titties, see if the pumps are really what they're supposed to be and if they make a difference in my hoop game. I'm just joking. I'm definitely not hooping in these. But anyways, yeah, man, on foot coming up next. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Let's do it. Woo!